Why am I not there? There I am! Hi! I'm hoping that my mic's working because I went through a whole fifth faff of... Oh. Whole fifth faff with the microphone because I got a new microphone. But the microphone is really sensitive and so I had to go back to my old microphone, so I don't know if it's all plugged in. My character's moving, my OBS says there's noise coming out, so... Yeah, I'm gonna hope. I see we're already off in a discussion. Let's talk tarot, because tarot is gonna be one of the things we do today. We're gonna do a Wheel of a Year, which is 12 tarot cards, one representing each month. So, tarot was originally just a regular card game. Also, sorry, hi everyone! Oh my god, I just immediately want to get into info dumping on you people. That's mean. Hi guys! Hi twinsies! Hi Squish! Hi Mel! Lovely to see you all. Yes, we're going to be doing some witchcraft today. I don't think there's a category for it on Twitch. So I just went for talking and then put in the title witchcraft, so we'll see what happens. We can only do that. We can only see what happens. Okay. So, it's my birthday today. Woo! Oh my god, I'm getting older! Woo! I'm 23, I'm not that old. I am still a child by all standards. But I like doing witchcraft, so we're gonna do some witchcraft today. Probably, mostly, chatting shit. Because that's way more fun. I really wanted it to call it witchcraft and bitchcraft, but I knew Twitch would not let me have that. So I was like, ah, fine. Witching and bitching. Witching and bitching is what I wanted to call this stream, but I was like, I can't call it that. I can't call it that. Twitch will be straight on me. But no, it is witching and bitching, because that's all we're gonna do. Witchcraft and bitching. Because that's how I like to live life, and that's why I wanted to celebrate my birthday with you guys. All I know for sure about it is death doesn't default mean bad. True. I don't know much other than that. Okay. Tarot is a fucking old thing. No one really knows exactly where it started. The origins of it are all quite grey as to like why it's a psychic medium. But initially, it was a regular card game. It was trumps. So it was a regular old card game that was, I think, in Italy, called Tarocchi. I actually have books. My deck! My deck! My deck! No! Oh, that's why I don't take it out of the box before I read. I've got cards all over my floor. Hi, random. I've just thrown half my tarot deck over my room. So, oh my god, I'm about to do it again. Stop it. Yep, they're all the right way out. Oh god, now I've got to go all over the floor. Ink, that's all of them? Give the room a reading. The room's going through some shit. If these are the cards that my room has gotten, my room's going through it all. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna get him upright because I don't know reverse meaning cards. You play more Yakuza? Good. More madness. Kiryu doesn't kill Kazumi. Kiryu doesn't kill Kazuma has done some stuff. Fucking course he has. What kind of deck do you have, Am? Alright. That is an excellent question. I have... Currently, I am using just a pink deck that is a classic Rider-Waite. Oh, sorry, I'm still just looking around to make sure I've not lost any cards. Because you'd be surprised how one card can change that entire deck. That could be a meaning that they're trying to give me. Breathe, Ambrose. Breathe. He continues to beat people up. Non-lethally, of course. Of course. He beats them up with motorcycles he picks off the ground. Non-lethally. Right. Of course. Obviously. He stabs people with rusty knives. Non-lethally. Mm-hmm. Alright. I'm stepping away from my mic because I'm grabbing my books on tarot. Because they will better explain the origin of my little brain. Oh my god! Oh my god! Never live in a cottage. Everything's slanted. That's a lie. Nothing's slanted in this room. It's me who's stacking things on top of each other, and they become slanted. He shot up a highway twice. Non-lethally? That'd be non-lethally. He ain't a lethal kind of guy. That's fine. We'll get into all of that, Mel, so don't you worry about it. This is what I'm doing today. If you guys got any, because this is stuff I'm passionate about. Once again, quite like last stream where I just rambled about shit I was passionate about for like 3 hours. We're doing the same thing. Rambling about passions. He non-lethally shot a man in the face point blank, leaving a giant hole in his forehead. Hey, it was non-lethal, so everything's fine. Okay, I really should. Hold on, let me get the internet up. Cause the internet gonna help us. Cause then I can show you pictures. No, I can do it on my tablet. I'll do it on my tablet. That's even smarter. I know this. I can do this. I'm getting there, guys. My brain's all over the shop. Hit 23 and I've fucked my life up. That's all that's happened. Okay. So, what do I need to do? I need to put that, then that, and that. And then we go to... Yes! There we go. This is my tablet's internet. There's so much that happens with tarot. Okay. So. He then had the absolute still alive man crash his semi-truck full of gasoline off an overpass into a giant flaming explosion, non-lethally. And everything's fine. Alright. I am just going to grab one of my books. Because I was saying yesterday, oh my god, research. So, this is direct quote from a book called 78 Degrees of Wisdom. A Book of Tarot by Rachel Pollock. It would be fine, but the game emphasizes how he doesn't kill and how killing is bad. So then everything's fine, okay? Everything's fine. Most modern tarots differ very Never mind. Not gonna read anymore. That's my microphone arm. I'm really sorry if it makes a really funny noise. Still getting used to it being there. Most modern tarots differ very little from those from the 15th century set of cards. They still contain 78 cards. Yes, 78. Divided into 4 suits: wands, cups, swords, and coins/pentacles. Called collectively the Minor Arcana, and the 22 trumps known as the Major Arcana. The word arcanum means knowledge, secret knowledge even. So, the original tarot deck was literally just a card game. It was just a game of trumps. And soon, just for whatever reason, people decided to paint fancy pictures on these trump cards, the 22 major trump cards. And over time it became a form of divination. Let's do Rider-Waite. Technically we should call it Rider-Waite-Smith, because Smith in that is who actually drew the cards. This is the most common deck you will ever see. If you've ever seen anything about tarot, you'll have seen this deck. I have this deck. This was my first deck. Was a Rider-Waite deck. Got very classic imagery on it. But all the imagery came around... It came around before this. This came around... Oh, God, when was it? 19-something? Maybe late 18? Scamming through my book. Trying to find where it said. This book is used as primary source as Tarot of Arthur Edward Waite. That's this deck. Whose very popular Rider pack, which is this one, appeared in 1910. So this style, this specific style that you're looking at on screen, is 100 years old. But tarot as a entire card deck is hundreds of years old. But this is the really popular one. This came around 1910 by Rider-Waite and Pamela Smith. Edward Waite and Pamela Smith. Pamela Smith did the artwork for it. It's believed that Edward gave the sort of themes of the cards. And this has sort of solidified what the meanings of the tarot cards are. Because originally, you had the Minor Arcana. See if I can find any Minor Arcana images. What you'll usually find is this deck is done but in different colours. So I have one that's this deck, this classic with the blue background, these multicolored pages, but I've also got one that's this exact same design, but in pink, because I connect to pink a little bit more as a color. So it's all the same artwork, but it's just pink instead of all the other colors, and it's just different hues of pink. So this is a minor arcana. And what that means is it's one of the suits. So you have 4 suits, the wands, the cups, the swords, the pentacles, and you have, like a classic deck of cards, you know how it goes from 1 to 10, or ace to 10, and then you have the court cards. So in a regular deck of cards, you have the jack, king, queen. But in a tarot deck, you get a page, knight, queen, and king. So you get this little extra add-on. But the minor arcana never used to have imagery on it. It used to just be... I need a better example. Because I'm realizing the court cards slightly different. So up here, this one over here, this one on the right, is a minor arcana. And it used to just be 9 sticks. 8 sticks. 9 sticks. That's 9. Oh my god, Roman numerals. You need to learn your Roman numerals. They used to just be... It would just be a pattern of 9 sticks. Right away, and Pamela Smith came through and they added artwork to all the minor arcana as well. So all the minor arcana then got a bit more meaning to them. So this one you can see is a dude guarded. He's holding the stick close. He's very inwards, very protective. And so the card means to sort of protect, because there's so much I'm going to teach you guys. Oh my god, you're not even ready. Okay, so wands represent fire. Think like a matchstick. And so fire and ideas and passion and action. And then this dude, no, he's silent, and he's got to hold on his stick. He's got to hold on his passion, and he's being very protective of it. He's a little bit wounded, maybe from the other sticks attacking him, because he's been full of ideas. And instead, he's just got to slow down, take one idea. Slow. We have one idea. My nan taught me tarot, but all the books I've got, anywhere you look, these cards will have the same sort of meaning. So we'll just go 2 of Cups. This one here on the very far left is relationships. Cups mean emotions. You have 2 people, it's finding a balance in a relationship. Page of Swords, this is someone who's very flighty in thought. A little bit sort of airheaded, but very wants to learn. 3 of Swords, if you can't tell what this card probably means, you might struggle a bit. This is called the Heartbreak card. The heart stabbed with 3 swords. Can't get more obvious than that. This over here is honing your skill, 8 of Pentacles. Pentacles means coin, money, earthly value sort of stuff. And as you can see, he's working on carving it out. So, honing your skill. Come down here. 2 of Pentacles. Juggling your choices. Maybe juggling your money. Being a bit financially irresponsible, and so you need to stop and you need to balance it, and ooh, bit there, ooh, bit there. And you can see it's a matter where your emotions are kind of all over the place, because the water's in the bag, but it's a bit all over. Page of Cups, new relationships, fresh, sweet, new feelings, exploring new avenues with your emotions. The Fool, that's a major arcana, but we'll still get onto that. Fantastic card to get. I love the Fool. Not only because I am a jester, and so it's very important to me, but it's a card about new beginnings, because it's the first of the major arcana, even though it says 0. It is the first of the major arcana of the 22 major, and so it's this new beginning. It's the innocence of just stepping forward into the world. He's not looking down, not bothered about this cliff that he's on. He's just ready to jump. He doesn't care. He holds a flower, white rose, specific. I'm going to get specific on colours. All these sorts of things have meanings. Unfortunately, this is a bit of the curtains are blue for a reason. I'm sorry. A white rose held loosely in hand. And white represents this kind of purity and innocence. And it shows that innocence and how he's so free with it, so flowy with it, and he's ready. He's open-minded to everything. Ambition? Ambition is good, yeah. Not to interrupt, but this is unlock Tiger Drop and I get the hype. They sound good. The Star. Star's another good one. So this is finding balance between emotion and Tiger Drop negates all damage. Damn. So the Star is hope. Not quite as good as the Sun. The Sun is proper, just released joy and hope and such. But this is a balance between your emotional and your sort of physical things. It's a good card to get. It's a very good card to get. But the thing is some of these cards will change meaning depending on what other card you got. So if you got Heartbreak, so if I got Page of Cups, and then... No, I'm not going to show all the cards. Once I get on to actually pulling my cards, I'm just going to write down which cards I get, and if you want, you guys can look them up. But if someone was doing... If I were doing a reading with someone, and they first pulled Page of Cups, I go, new relationship! And then they pulled that, I'd go, you're going to break up quickly. But if they pulled that, and then they pulled the Eight of Pentacles, I'd say, okay, new relationship, you might have to work on some kinks. There'll probably be some issues. But you know what you already know your skills. So you know where your boundaries lie. And so you can find a way to work with it. And in this new relationship, gain a balance. It is interpreting, good God. Yes, here, as you can see, this is the first thing we're going to be doing, which is a year spread. This is 12 cards. Don't worry, I'll explain everything. Also do a full health bar in a single hit? What? Oh, belly flopping out of a pool, Jack. Jesus. Oh, hi! Welcome, Jack. Welcome. Yeah, tarot I've been interested in for a while, but I have about 8 tarot decks. I have a lot of tarot decks. And there are some, like, so to say, rules, but it's a bit... Hi, how are you? I'm good. I'm old. I'm dying. I'm decrepit. No. I'm very good. How are you, my dear? Love how random fighting stuff, and I'm just looking at animals in Paleo. Yeah, this is the joy of my stream world, because I'm here talking about tarot cards, and everyone else is just doing their own thing, and I love it. Please don't think this is a thing where you go, no, you have to watch me. Don't watch me. I love being background noise, okay? Especially because I'm just, like, saying so much stuff that it's good stuff to just listen to whilst you're doing whatever you want to do. But I love that everyone's basically doing their own little thing, and it's so different, each person. The boss powered up. I tiger dropped him once, and he died. Damn. Yes, I heard you had quite the night on my Discord. You slut. No, I'm glad you had a good night. Oh, okay. So. You said full health bar, you meant it. That is up to Jack, if Jack wants to share that. Why is Cryptid a slut? Did I miss something? I'm proud to be a man slut. I'm glad. I'm glad you're proud to be a man slut. Okay. Gotta shuffle cards. Shuffling! Oh, shuffling failed. It's twice I've done that now. Cut the deck in half. I'm just doing a riffle shuffle. It hits through hyper armor, enemy attacks, bullets, knives, and it gets stronger the less health you have. Dang. There we go, that's a nicer shuffle. And we'll do a third shuffle. Oh, heat is basically the ultimate bar you need it for strong attacks. Ah. Had a horny night last night and was so intense, had me swaying. We love it. We love it. Okay. Last shuffle. Okay, and then I'm gonna cut the deck there. Doesn't really matter. There's some, so like I was saying a second ago, sorry. There are some rules that tarot says you have to be gifted your first deck. You don't. You don't have to be gifted your first deck. Your art's adorable. Oh, it was fantastic, Squish. You kidding me? Yeah, rules. It says that, like, you should be gifted your first tarot deck. You don't have to be gifted your first tarot deck. You can buy your first tarot deck. You aren't gonna die. No one's gonna die. You can buy your first tarot deck. I bought mine off of Amazon. Okay. I've bought others off of Etsy. I've bought some in metaphysical shops. I think I have been gifted 2 decks in my entire life. There is definitely there is a said rule, don't get me wrong. I heard that when I first started learning tarot. Is like, don't I have to be gifted my first deck? And my nan, who's been studying tarot for like 50 years, went, no. I was like, okay, nan, I will trust you. So you can get your first gift deck, oh my god, your first deck gifted to you if you want, but it's not essential. You can just get your first deck yourself, and then you can pick whatever design you want. But if you really do sort of have that superstition, you can talk to your mate and go, I want you to get me this deck, or go to your mum and go, I want you to get me this deck, or whoever. Because the thing is, all the superstitions, you don't have to take them on. Because people hear about witchcraft and they assume it's the same thing as Wicca. Wicca is a religion. Witchcraft is a practice. Anyone can be a witch, but Wicca is specifically this religious form. They do practice witchcraft as a Wiccan, but it is not the same thing as just being a witch. Hi, Kurt Cat! I'm good. Lovely to see you. I am very good. How are you, my dear? I hope you're well. I'm shuffling tarot decks. The Labyrinth tarot cards are so pretty. You know what? This chat's rekindled my motivation for ghost hunting streams. I may like idle doodles while they're just static. Yeah. You wanna? You're right. Well, I'm glad to hear. I'm shuffling tarot cards because I can. Some people like to think tarot cards are demonic. Also, some people like to think Ouija boards are demonic. My nan isn't a fan of Ouija boards, which is saying something because she is a spiritual woman. And so it's like, why are you not listening to your nan on that, but listening to her on the tarot decks? And it's like, because an Ouija board is just another form of communication with an external world. It's no different than if you do channel entities to talk through the cards. That's no different. You should be putting up protections regardless. This doesn't, when you're just pulling cards for yourself, just for fun, just for the deck to tell you shit, you don't need to really put up protections. You probably still should. It's good practice to get into putting protections. But that can be as simple as a, here you go. Here's my protection. Let's do my protection charm right now. Oi! Any negative shit and I'll fuck you up. There we go, protection. Doesn't have to be all fancy to be a protection spell. Spells can be so simple. I think my gamer nerd instinct's coming in, but you are making me think of Phasmophobia. Hey, you think of Phasmophobia. That's the thing, is all these things have been used in horror games, horror films, all these sorts of things, so there is a misconception about it all. There's absolutely a misconception about how all of it works, because everyone just sees it in horror media and goes, oh, it's demonic, and it's like, no. No. Also, oftentimes really inaccurate. Oh my god, I can't count how many times it's like, I pulled this tarot card and it means this, and it's like, no. Doesn't. Even a Google search will tell you that's not what that means. And it's usually stuff like the Death card and the Devil. And no one uses the Tower. Use the Tower. The Tower's a terrifying card. I hate getting the Tower. You kidding me? Scary card. That means I gotta change something. Ambrose's brew chaos draw anxiety. That is what we will do. Hello, Fearos. Oh my god, no. Oh my god. Hi, Theo. Fio. Fum. Thank you for joining. Anxiety is another one where you can just say, fuck off! I ain't having your anxious shit today! You're a cunt! Hi, lovely to see you. Welcome on in. I think that's a good introduction of me. Lovely to see you. I just keep shuffling this deck. I honestly have a bit of an addiction to doing shuffling. This is just... I think you can hear it. It's just so satisfying to do. I'm so sorry if I got your name wrong. I absolutely did. I suck at them. Alright, I'm not pulling cards, I'm just shuffling cards. This is stupid. Every day I'm shuffling. Anyone who tells you have to be serious doing witchcraft, spirituality, Christianity, they tell you have to be serious doing it. Ugh. You're not having fun. Why are you doing it? Any faith, any religion, anything should be fun. And if you're not having fun, why are you doing it? Just don't do it. There's a difference between, like, having that small moment of fear, like if you're going bungee jumping and you have that moment of, like, oh, I feel sick as you're looking over the edge. Different. Okay? If you're continuously going back to something after you've tried it and you don't like it, why are you doing it? Love a good sage bundle. Did you know you can use the same herb in... Oh my god, I read too quickly and too slow at the same time. Love a good sage bundle. Did you know you can use the same herb in normal catnip for teas? Yes! I love a bit of catnip. Actually, I haven't had catnip tea. But I do know you can use it in teas. It's a surprising amount of herbs that are edible, if they're grown right. Please, if you are going to ingest any herbs or anything, check it as food safe. Okay? Because some of my herbs, I know for a fact I've got a mini apothecary in my room. Oh yeah, I'm that fancy. I got jars of herbs, all labelled with their meanings on them. Oh! I don't know if any of them are food safe, so I don't put them in anything I eat. But they definitely, like, I got rose petals, I got jasmine, which I know can be a tea. Got, like, I mean, shit, basil, thyme, rosemary, all of these are magical herbs, as well as just really nice in a good cooked dish. People think you gotta find fancy herbs grown from the bottom of a mountain from the tears of a dead goddess, and it's like, no. Go to your nearest supermarket, go to the spice section. Ta-da! You have herbs in your room. My dream was to have a mini fridge with energy drinks in it. Good old herbs, or as my autistic brain calls them, herba. 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 Okay, I gotta stop shuffling and actually start doing a spread, but it's too fun shuffling decks. Okay. Okay, let me put... That's my keyboard. Oh! Where'd you guys go? My mum doesn't like it because I say herbs, and she's like, Ambrose, say herbs. And I'm like, what do you mean? I like to say herbs. My mum's like, that's very American. Stop it. Say herbs. And I'm like, herbs. She goes, thank you. And I'm like, We say herbs are... Am I just weird? Am I the weird one here then for saying herbs? E-R-B-S. Herbs. Spread them. Yeah. Alright. So there are two ways you can really kind of pull tarot deck cards. Well, there's multiple ways you can pull it. The way, like, you end up having the cards pulled can vary. You saw how I called them herba. Herba. My mum hates me saying things the American way. It drives her crazy. I feel like it's an English mum thing where they're just like, don't say it like that. And I'm like, but why not? Herbs sounds about right. Thank you. Thank you, Fiora. Yes, you can pull from the top. Okay, let me do a doodle. Let me do a doodle. Let's do a doodle. Okay. Here's your deck of cards. 999 cards. Now, what you can either do is you can spread them out. So you have a big fan of deck, a fan of cards. And then basically what you'll do is you will grab whatever card calls to you. in whatever order, and you'll lay them out. Ignore how shit my squares are, and you shall read. Yes, I've completely forgot about the jumping cards. Yes, so some people will only read cards that jump out of their deck. Hyonk Byonk, one of my friends, only reads cards that jump out of her deck. So you're shuffling, and then you'll have like your card there, hand, and your other hand holding the other cards, and then you have a card literally just goes swoosh, and you're like, okay, cool. I do kind of a combination of all these things. It really depends on the deck. Because some of these decks I pick up and I go, you want to be fanned out and read, whereas others I pick up and go, no, you want to be pulled from the top. But yes, like I said, the other version is to take the deck of cards as is. So it's just, you shuffle it, and you put it down, and then what you do is you take the top card and you pull it, and you put it down. And then you take the next card and you pull it and you put it down. You take the next card and you pull it and you put it down. Those are some of the ways you pull cards. And then the order that you actually put the cards in afterwards. So, like I said, this is a year spread. So this is 12 cards to represent 1 month of the year. Each card is 1 month. Goes around in a circle, just because it's nice that way. It looks pretty. You have a Celtic cross, which I can't remember fully off the top of my head where you start it. But you'll have 4 cards around the edge, 1 card long ways, and 1 card regular ways over the top of it. There is meaning as to what all these cards represent. Like I said, I can't remember off the top of my head. But the most common you will see. Well, literally just said that, yeah. That's why I did a little doodle about it, and that's why we talked about it, because Mel brought it up, and I went, I remember now, you're absolutely right. The most common card spread you will see will be... Wow, my spelling and writing is terrible. That's because this is like too... Where's my... There it is. Past, present, future. This is most likely what you're going to see. If you do readings for yourself, if you have mates that do readings for you, anything. Personally, I'd pull from the top because it's a bit more predetermined, but I haven't researched the topic much. That's fine. All you can really do is buy a deck and go, okay. If I pull the messages from a fanned out thing where I pick randomly, the message doesn't make any sense. Whereas if I flip from the top, suddenly I've got a much clearer message. But the past, present, future is simple. You pull 3 cards. Guess what they represent? A good 10 to 30 seconds between hit and ting. And what? Sorry, that's me. Hitting enter and seeing it on screen unless there's my phone for some reason. There probably is a bit of a delay, and if there is, I'm very sorry. That's going to be my internet. So don't you worry about yours. Actually, I meant to change some of the settings before I started stream. Shh. Don't tell my brother. Because he told me I needed to change the settings, and I haven't. And the fun thing with the past, present, future, why is there no E? Past, present, future, is that if, say, this is really easy to understand. This is really easy to understand, but this one you're confused on. You can pull a clarifying card. You just pull another card from the deck, and it adds on to the meaning of this card. Ta-da! Suddenly you got a more understanding question. Do you use extended eye? How do you mean? Extended eye, you got me interested because that sounds cool. Yeah. I did interviews with my decks, so I have pieces of paper off to the side that have questions that I ask my deck, because that should be one of the first things you do. If you ever get a tarot deck, interview it. It sounds stupid, but interview your tarot deck. We're doing witchcraft. Hi, Jacqueline. We're doing witchcraft. Like, actual witchcraft. We're pulling tarot cards and doing spell work and shit. We're doing magical stuff. How you doing? I hope you're well. There might be a bit of a delay. Am talks about the thing I'm asking about. Delay shows question just after he's done. Oh no. Oh no. Is it really bad for everyone? Is there a really bad delay for everyone? I'll ask that for a second. My birth tarot cards? I don't. I'm pretty sure if you're meaning by like which court card represents me, I think it's Knight of Swords. There's an Aquarius. I think. No issues with the delay, no, not me. Oh, poor Mel. Nah, it's just me on laptop and cheap Wi-Fi. Oh, bless you, Mel. I'm not pulling these cards. I'm just sitting here playing with this deck. Alright, 12 cards. It's gonna be fun because I don't have a lot of desk space. I'm gonna stand up. Oh my god, because I've got a fancy new moving arm. I can actually stand up. Got a fancy rolling chair, got a fancy moving arm. I can actually stand up and give myself more space. This is wild. Oh my god, I feel so fancy. Move that over there. Gotta get an Ethernet cable or something. Fair. Okay. I do like to do a fan spread, usually, but this deck, I do know, likes to be pulled from the top. I'm gonna do one final shuffle, and this is gonna be my last shuffle. Oh, when we end on a fantastic shuffle. Alright. So, we're gonna start in February, because... Oh, yours is the Hangman and the Empress. Nice. So we're gonna start in February. I realized I do actually need to sit down. Because I'm gonna struggle right standing up. That's okay. I'm all over the place. I am all over the place. And luckily, because I'm just pulling from the top, I don't actually need to lay it out in a big circle. So, first card we pulled for February, telling me what February is gonna be, is... Hold on. Nope. Nope. Okay, we have... That is too big. 7 of Swords. Ooh. Ooh. Next, we have the Devil. Yay! After that, we have Ace of Wands. And then... Yeah, 7. 7 of Pentacles. Pentacles are the ones inside the circles, by the way. Pentagrams are the ones inside the circles, but upside down. Ooh, the High Priestess for June. Hi. Bonsoir. Oh, thank you, Mel, for the hydrate. Nom nom nom. Jack's being a whore on main. That's all you need to worry about. Strength and the Star. Oh, for you or for me? If that's yours, those are good cards. Jeez. High Priest. Yes. I thought you said tentacles. Oh, what's that? That's... Oh my god, we're getting a lot of 7s this year. 7 of Wands. What is that? Third 7 card? Yeah, 7. 7. 7. I put that in the wrong place. Hold on. Gotta do. February, March, April, May, June, July. Yeah. Okay. For me, it's Strength and the Star. Dang. That's cool. They're really good cards. That's a lot of like... Oh! Oh! Oh no. Oh no. So you know how I was talking about that card that I really didn't want to get? Yay! Yay! I will go in and explain all these cards once we're done. Oh, sick! Okay. Nice! Ooh! Next we got Wheel of Fortune. November. Oh my god. The Hermit. This is gonna be a fun year. The verdict was not that good for Strength and the Star. Really? Oh, those are awesome cards. Why are they not good? 9 of... Nope. That's a 6. 6 of Cups. Everyone can be horny on main, I suppose. Hey, look at that. We've already seen that one. 9 of Wands. Saw that one in the demo. There we go. That's my year. This is going to be fucking chaos. I can't wait. Okay. So. Where's my Book of Shadows? Oh, it's there. One moment. I must grab my Book of Shadows. Let's see what Ambrose's coming year is going to be like. I think it's going to be terrible. Gave me this: vulnerability, survival, acceptance gifts, tenderness, resilience, courage, challenges. Oh. Courage, challenges, coping with stress, guilt, naivete. I mean... Hold on, I might be mixing up Strength and Chariot in my head. Strength's the one with the person bending down and petting the lion, which is that quiet control over that fierceness inside you. But it's also not letting yourself get too taken away with the fact that it is a beast. Yeah. Got an umlaut. That infinity symbol. Yeah, so it's a lot of softness, gentleness with yourself. Okay. Let's go around and talk about these cards, huh? Well, actually, no. First, let's talk some of the wider aspects of tarot. So, when you're pulling tarot cards, minor cards mean minor things. Major cards mean major things. So if all of this was minor arcana stuff, then wouldn't be a lot of big things happening this year. But I've actually pulled tons of major arcana, which is a little scary. We've got a major arcana here, major arcana, major. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Half my year. That's a lot of big shit. Okay. Philippines is very Christian religious, so it came to a surprise to me when paganism and witchcraft / tarot cards reached national news. Dang. Yeah. That would be. If you're so used to it all being Christianity, it's like, all of a sudden it's like, what are you doing? Why are the witches here? 4 major in a row. Is it 4 major in a row? Tower, the Fool, Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit. Ooh, I'm in a struggle! Oh! Pray for me come August. Pray for me come August. I'm gonna be going through some shit. Okay. So, we have 7s appear a lot as well. So we have a 7 here, a 7 here, 7 here, and we also got 2 9s, I believe. Oh no, we got a 6 and a 9. Don't. No clip for you. The report wasn't anything bad, though. Ah, okay. Yeah, last thing we need is more people thinking that witches sacrifice children or something. Yep. Oh my god, flipping through my tiny book of tarot and witchcraft. 7s are determination, decisiveness, and a small completion. That's not bad. This is going to be a lot. I think there's going to be a lot of finalities and restarts, which is quite scary. Okay. Seven of Swords. I'll try to describe them as best as possible as I can for you guys, so you can get somewhat of an image of what's happening. So, Seven of Cups. Nope, Seven of Swords has a person, or 2 people, 3 people. I can count. Yeah, which ingredient? The, like, Eye of Newt, Tongue of Dog. Eye of Newt is mustard seeds. Eye of Newt is just mustard seeds. It really is all just herbs and spices. It's hilarious. People go, oh my god, that's terrible. And it's like, I'm just putting, like, oregano, thyme, ginger. This is it. But they got fancy names. Okay. 7 of Cups. No! 7 of Swords! Oh my god, 7 of Swords has 3 people in a boat. Not me realizing like half the people in the stream would have been tried as a witch. I would have been killed. Absolutely, I would have been killed. Absolutely would have been killed. In fact, it wasn't even that long ago that witchcraft was still illegal in the UK. And that's... Okay. Side rant. Always. Love a side rant. Moving my arm. I'm sorry if it makes a noise. So, witchcraft was outlawed for a very long time in multiple countries because Christianity came along and said, fuck you and your old pagan shit that all you little countries want to do. We're here to say, fuck that. You're gonna do our shit, our way. We'll allow you some little leeway by taking some of your holidays and then making them about our guy. But you can come in here. You're gonna be one of the Christians. So, Christianity became an not Christianity. Witchcraft became an outlawed thing. Paganism in general became an outlawed thing. Now, in early to mid 1900s, early to mid? No, like 1960. There came around a guy here in the UK called Gerald Gardner. Some of you might have heard of him. I imagine most of you probably haven't. A guy called Gerald Gardner, who wrote a book on witchcraft, and specifically on Wicca. So like I said earlier, Wicca is a religious practice. It's not just witchcraft. They will do witchcraft, but it is first and foremost a religion. So they worship gods. They worship a god, they worship a goddess. They're like kind of primordial male, primordial female. Those are what they worship as Wicca. As Wiccans. You can be a Wicca and a witch. You can be a witch and Christian. You can be a Satanist and a witch. You can be an atheist and a witch. The witch is just the craft. To call yourself a witch is just doing the craft, and it doesn't even have to be a lot. Some people go, oh, how much? I need to cast 1,000 spells and do 1,000 spell jars. And it's like, do you make a wish on your candles every year at your birthday? Oh yeah, congratulations, you're a witch. It's just, oh. I'll talk a bit about the Pendle Witches, which was the witch trial that went on here in the UK in a sec. But yeah, Gerald Gardner wrote this book on witchcraft and released it to the public. Now, before that, you could only learn stuff about the practice if you were in a coven. So it wasn't something that people could just pick up a book and learn about. You had to go, learn by word of mouth, learn by the coven's grimoire, the big book of shadows, that would have all their spells, all their rituals, all their, connotations and such. And so, it was really weird to see a book about witchcraft from inside a witch's coven, and a Wiccan coven, talking about it. And so, it slowly grew and grew, and Wicca grew and grew, and there's a whole hoo-ha about how Gerald Gardner is really not a good guy. Yeah, and then witchcraft kind of came back, and it was re-legalized. Well, it wasn't punishable, basically. But yeah, a lot of witchcraft trials were torture. A lot of people hear about the burnings, but there was a lot of hangings. A lot more were likely to be hangings than burnings. But before that, there would be weeks of torture. Tossing runes, rolling various dice shapes. Exactly, there's tons of forms of divination. Tons of forms of divination. But what you'll probably find is that if you see a dog, most people will know what the meaning of dog is and go, ah, this is the... There's like a baseline knowledge. Hold on, I've missed so much because I've been ranting about witchcraft. Not to ruin witches for anyone, but witches are a bit offensive in a way. I'm gonna need you to elaborate on that, my Jack guy. Fun fact, the burnings weren't as often in Salem as people think. Yep. There was a guy accused and then crushed between 2 boards and rocks. Yes. Each time he was asked about it, bro said more weight. Well, a lot of it wasn't burning at the stake. There were trials if they were floated by holy water. Yep. If you floated, you were a witch and so burnt. If you drowned, you were not a witch and so innocent but still dead. I wonder if I have any somewhere in my lineage. The likelihood is all of us do. I imagine all of us have, maybe not specifically witches, because you know what? They wouldn't have been called witches. So you might have had cunning folk in your history. Absolutely, people would have had cunning folk. That strange lady in the woods. You might have had your entire town might have done these rituals that predate everything you know about your modern society. And that's about everyone's society, not just England, because England, oh my god. We've had Christianity here for far too long to forget that we go and sing to the trees to wake them up. That's an old English thing. It's called wassailing. You go and sing to the trees to wake them up after Christmas. After winter. Christmas? Christmas? I'm from Romania, where the government wanted to put a tax on tarot readings. The witches threatened to curse them, and the government was like, nope, we take the tax back. Yeah, that's the thing with messing with witches. And those who practice magic. And sort of things. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna, like, piss in a jar and put your name in it with some pepper. And some chili flakes. And rusted needles. Now what? In regards to the association of the word, doesn't matter your gender. Exactly. You can be a witch and a guy if that tickles your fancy. Absolutely. There was for a long time this idea that witches were only female and it was either warlocks if you were male or wizards. No. It's all witches. All witchcraft. And there's no gender to it. It's all genderless. It's all fun. It's all genderless silliness. We're just having a good time. That's it. You're throwing herbs into a jar. You think the herbs are going to care about your gender? They're not. Put them in a jar. Put them in a jar and whisper your secrets to them. Some of the women who were accused of witchcraft, most of them were Jewish women. Yep. And now that's what we see as a typical witch. Pointy nose, pointy hats with the style of clothing worn back then. Yes. Oh, don't get me wrong. There are still bad associations with a lot of things. The fact that witches, as seen in, like, a fantastical setting, are often people of colour, people of minorities, very much Jewish appearance, where they have, like, the stronger hooked nose, they look very evil and mean, they got the big wild hair, and it's like, yes, that was based off of Jewish stereotype of Jewish women and Jewish people, which is shit. Okay? Fucking stereotype. But witch as a term was used long before the popular media of witches now. So the Vikings and ancient Anglo-Saxons would have used witches. And that would have just been a cunning person who just knew how herbs worked and knew what herbs would help someone make someone feel calm, and what herbs worked to help with ailments, and just seemed to talk to the trees a bit too much. Mostly women tried as witches, but yeah, men were too. You know what? Animals were tried as witches. I can't remember exactly how many, but several animals were tried and killed as witches, as witch familiars, in the whole witch trial madness. There were dogs and cats killed because they were believed to be witch familiars. Which is fucking wild. Nowadays, I feel the witch we know kind of turned away from that, but some of the characteristics passed on. Yeah. Oh, for sure. When you look at, well, one of the earliest adaptations of a witch in cinema, which would, of course, be something like Wizard of Oz, and you look at The Wicked Witch of the West, And it's not just that. She's the Wicked Witch of the West. So she's not like Glinda the Good Witch, who's your classic beautiful white woman. No, it had her with the hooked nose, the long hooked nose, and it's like, yeah, that's not good. Do you remember a bunch of cats in Europe were killed for being witch-related? Yep. Then the Black Death came in on the rats, so karma was brutal there. Yes. It's still even said nowadays, because people can be quite superstitious, obviously. Black cats, if you own a black cat, you shouldn't let them out during Halloween time. Because people, as a superstition, to this day, still kill black cats they see in the street because they get worried about the bad luck. It's wild. Wild. Okay. Wild shit. Oh. Okay, I'm not talking about this Wheel of the Year. 7 of Swords. 3 people in a boat. 1 man, 1 woman, 1 child. The boat has 7 swords in it. They are on a little stream, and it seems quite calm, and there's a little forest in the background, little hills. And it's just... Racism apply to animals too? Absolutely. Kind of sad seeing the evil witch being portrayed as ugly and the good witch being pretty. Yeah. Witch of the West in Wizard of Oz was technically not evil. Dorothy straight up stole her dead sister's slippers and made off with them. Yeah! I know people are going to be like, that's what they say in Wicked, and it's like, no. Before Wicked even came around, okay, before the fanfic, that is just... she came along, crushed her sister, stole her shoes, and then flounced off. I would be pretty mad. I'm gonna say I would be pretty mad. And then you don't just do everything in your power to try to take them off when I ask for them back. Yeah, I'm gonna be pissed. 7 of Swords is about sailing into calmer waters. Rough shit, you're moving forward. Which I'd say, probably fair. Been having a bit of chaos, especially surrounding all my streaming stuff and the YouTube stuff. So slowly getting that sort of put into place. And it's put into place, and so we're moving on, getting easier, and that's all it will do, it'll only get easier. Rule of you keep what you kill, too bad lady, these shoes are mine now. I hate that villains in older movies are portrayed as ugly or have visible differences. It's nice that change in modern day. Yeah. That's also why a lot of villains were queer. They said that you could, so if you look at older Disney stuff, Ursula, Scar, Jafar, all these characters have a bit of queerness to them, right? And that's, 1, because they were written by a queer man. Beautiful, love it. But 2, there was a rule in Hollywood that you could not portray a queer character unless that character was the villain. They would only allow you to have a character that was queer if they were the villain, or like the butt of the joke. It's so strange. Alright. So yeah, 7 of Swords, moving on into calmer waters. Ursa was based off of Divine, which is John Walter's favorite drag queen. Eat shit. The Devil! Yay, the Devil. Not as bad as it seems. That's about removing... Oh yeah, Frollo is shit. Frollo is disgusting. Frollo doesn't count. I didn't say all, I said most. We don't claim Frollo. Fun fact, the guy who wrote Hocus Pocus came up with a story on the fly when he and his daughter were on a porch and a black cat came by, and he started telling a story about a boy who was turned into a cat by witches. Cute. Frollo was a twist villain in the original play? No, I did not. That is cool. The Devil's about man-made chains. So what you have is you have the Devil doing his as above, so below sort of shit, but not quite the full as above, so below. And you have a man and a woman chained up around the neck to the feet of the Devil. However, if you actually look at the chains that are around their necks, they're very loose. All it takes is picking those chains up and taking them off, and they are no longer bound. So it's very much your own chains. You are keeping yourself there, and it's allowing you that freedom to take that chain off and move on and be better for yourself rather than trapping yourself with the Devil in your head. That probably means that I will be kind of getting over anxieties and sort of getting out of my head is what March will have for me. A lot of getting out of my own head, which I can see Ace of Wands. This is when I first started learning tarot, my nan told me this card here is called Dick on a Stick. It's all about new relationships. And I was like, okay. Which is very funny to have your 70-something grandma go, Dick on a Stick. And I'm like, thanks, Nan. Appreciate that. But it's called Dick on a Stick. It does look a little bit phallic. But wands are representative of passion, of ideas, and of relationships, sexuality, all these sort of fiery things that make you burn up. That can be passion, which you get fired up for a passion. New ideas, which are full of energy, because fire is energetic and moves, it's always twisting and burning. The aces are all, like, whatever the suit is, so for this one, wands, coming out of the sky from a heavenly hand, because these are divine, these are new, these are untouched, these are pure energy. So Ace of Wands can mean new business ideas, new ideas, new chance at relationship, new passions coming into your life. It's what I imagine, what I'm already seeing so far. Life's gonna get a bit easier, moving off into calmer waters, and it's then getting out of my own head, making sure I stay in those calm waters, so that I don't fucking lose it all. And then, from that, I'll probably be free of all this stress, so then I'll gain new ideas. New ideas will be able to come to me more freely because I'm not stressed about previous shit that I had been the year before, which we can't see, of course. And then Seven of Pentacles, which is basically taking a look at your harvest almost. What you see on the Seven of Pentacles is a little farmer, and he's got his rake, and he's resting on top of his rake. He's got his hand on top, and his chin on top of his hand, and he's got his pentacles in the bushes, ready to be harvested. And so, as I said, it's harvesting your crop. It's looking back at what you've done, and seeing what went well, what might need to change. It's taking count, looking at it and going, okay, this is what I need to prepare for next. This is what went well. This is how fortuitous it was, how abundant it was, whatever. So that's just reflection. Ace of Wands, new ideas, that's probably reflecting on previous ideas and going, okay, I can take this further. Or, nope, that idea still needs time to bloom. Or, nope, that idea is dead, I need to cut it off. Because even though pentacles can mean, like, money, so this might be new business ventures that I'm thinking of. Ace of Wands might be new business ventures. This might be finding more sort of monetary aspects. But seeing as there's not a lot of repeat suits, I don't think it has a specific sort of, oh, this is going to be an emotional year. Oh, this is going to be a year of a lot of thought. Oh, this is going to be a monetary year. This just feels sort of very general, which I know, oh, look at that, you're saying it's all general. Yes, okay. There's, what, 2 wands cards, 1 cup, 1 sword, 1 pentacle, 2 pentacles, 3 wands or something. Ta-da. So there's not enough of, if all the minor arcana were pentacles, or maybe all of them were pentacles but 1 was a sword, then I'd know, okay, this is going to be about business. This is going to be about earthly, physical things. What's the public's opinion of digital tools for divination? Like if I made a digital art of cards and coded a random number generator with the cards as a roll table. Okay, Lefty, in her Discord, has a tarot, like, bot. And I actually think it's hilarious how on point it is for a digital, because I was skeptical at first. I went into it going, okay, it's digital, which means that it's a programmed, like, you will get this. But still, it comes out with such hilariously accurate stuff. And not just for me, I see it come out for other people, and I'm like, It's hilarious. It came out today. I did it just for fun. I was like, oh, I wonder what it's going to say for my birthday. And it said fear of changing, and I was like, okay, so yes, I'm slightly scared to grow older, but fuck you. Fuck you. So that was really funny to get. Oh, okay. High Priestess. High Priestess is basically divine, intelligent feminine. So when you start out the major arcana, you have the Fool, the Magician, and the High Priestess. The Fool is genderless. It's just a dude about to jump off a cliff into new life. I mean, Mel can still do it if they want to do it. There's no harm if Mel wants to do it. But the High Priestess is... So whereas the Magician is this masculine energy, it's this having all the tools, taking the energy from the heavens and channel it down through themselves, and then through the tools, and then down through the earth, so it's grounded and it's dispersed, and it's not taking too much of your energy. The High Priestess is this feminine, intuitive intelligence. So what you have is this priestess sat between two pillars. I can't remember what the pillars mean off the top of my head. But she sat there. She's got the moon at her feet. The moon is a very big sign of, like, intuition. Nah, I think she just was curious. I think she knew it existed, but was still curious about if others would like it. Yeah, the High Priestess has the moon at her feet and is holding the Torah. I think it's very hard to say with digital tools. That's all I can say. Because I do think some are where they've tried to program it to be as random as possible, which is kind of what you need. You need it to... You basically need to give the application intuition. But I also know that, like, some of the ghost hunting things, they purposefully program in words. So that you feel like you're actually ghost hunting, rather than actually getting in the messages you're meant to. Because they just went, oh, fuck it. We'll just have this repeated clip that comes in maybe once every 400 minutes or something. Gotta go to the store here and pick up some groceries? No problem. Happy birthday and hope you have a good witchy stream. Thank you, my guy. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, it's hard to say with digital tools. Some are great, some suck. That's just the way it always goes, I think. Yes, the High Priestess is, intuitive knowledge. And it's knowledge from beyond earthly planes. There's going to be a time of probably just my brain giving me the answer before I actually think of it. Is the only way I can describe it. It's a lot of intuition, so it's just letting your body follow, or your body follow your mind. Your mind makes a decision, your body's going to follow it. It's like when you second guess what you want, and then you go, shit, I wish I'd gone for the first one. That's your intuition. And so it's trusting that she's someone who is just full of that knowledge. So looking at this, it's probably looking like a dish. Looking at the Seven of Pentacles, of course, which is about reviewing everything. This will probably be then going into what feels right, which I know sounds so woo-woo. Look at you, what feels right? Nah. It's like, yes, okay. Because I don't trust my intuition enough. I was talking about this the other day. I do not trust my intuition enough. This is just going to be basically a fucking... No, you're going to trust this shit, or you're going to reap the fucking consequences. Then we go into Seven of Wands, which is battling with ideas. It's being overwhelmed with ideas. And having it all sort of in your face all at once, and you're trying to defend yourself. Because what you see here is we see 6 sticks trying to attack a man on top of a cliff, and he's batting them away with one stick. One of the wands. So it's 6 wands attacking, and he's holding one wand and trying to defend himself. And that's what you gotta do. You gotta take one of the ideas, and you gotta stick with it, and you can't let it attack. Can't let all these other thoughts attack you, and take over what you need to be focused on. Because that's where you fall into shit. So what I need to do is I need to focus, but also not get too It's really hard, because it's like, you gotta focus and have, like, one idea that you run with, but also don't get too defensive of it. Because you might find that an idea slashes past you. Hi, Millie! You might find an idea slashes past you, like how a sword will whip past you in a fight. This wand will whip past you, and so you'll get a brief hit of that idea. Thank you for the hydrates, third. I got a pizza with tortellini on top. Ooh, nice. Jim Jams. Jim Jams. Cozy cozy Jim Jams. Yeah, 7 of Wands gotta look after your ideas. And you can see these ideas. Have these other ideas come by you. But you gotta hold on strong. Because if you don't, and you get overwhelmed by it, that's where you get the tower. So I gotta look out for myself that I don't just go crazy with ideas. Because the tower fucking sucks. The tower is basically a hard reset. It's needed. If you've fallen into a shit state, the tower will get you out of it, but they'll get you out of it in the most fucking chaotic way possible. The tower is a photo of a tower being struck by lightning, on fire, and there is people jumping out of the tower. And it's on top of this very, like, kind of rickety rock. So it doesn't look very stable. I am older today. I'm 23 now. Whoa! Tower of Babel stuff? Yes! Well, no, Tower card, but I can see where you get the Tower of Babel. Hi Pix, hi Third, lovely to see you guys. So yeah, the tower is, if you haven't put down solid foundations, your shit's about to get rocked. Because your tower's gonna fall. And here's the thing, you can either stay in that tower and crumble with it and die by the wreckage, or you can take a leap of faith and jump out that window and save yourself. Get a bit scraped up. You won't be in the best condition. Of course, you're jumping out of a tower. But you need to. You need to take the leap of faith. Because either you're going to stay in that tower and die, or you'll be able to move on. Assassin's Creed, God, I wish the tower had that sort of, like, feeling that it's going to have a hay bale at the bottom, but it's not. Or maybe it will, but the hay bale's just out of reach, so you just splat on the floor in front of it. You just have Altair next to the bale, like, terrible. It's like, I'm sorry. But, like I said, the tower would be a hard reset, which is really funny, because then we go into the Fool, which is about new beginnings. It's this step off into innocence and completely just allowing yourself to open up and step forward into the world. Not scared, just interested, open-minded, excited to learn and see and just exist in the world as you are. Wholly as you are. Just innocent, pure. Just with new eyes, uncaring about what's come before, what will come after, you just take. It's another leap of faith. But it's a leap of faith. What's the word? With not indifference. But there's more excitement. Whereas the tower's leap of faith is, it's the only way to save your life sort of leap. The Fool's leap of faith is one into new ventures. Majima got fucked up by Tiger Drop. Oh dear. Oh dear. Majima's not having a good time anymore. And that then actually goes really nicely into Wheel of Fortune, which... No, it's fine! Oh my god, don't apologize, that's hilarious! I like getting the little updates about what's happening. You know Majima's my boy, I gotta know. But that goes really nicely into Wheel of Fortune, which is about taking a chance, as any Wheel of Fortune is. It's spinning the wheel, seeing where it lands. It has all the... Hit him 5 times and I got 300 levels. Damn. It has the... I don't even know what symbol to describe it as. But it's got a Sphinx on it. It's got the main... The fixed star signs in their, like, highest form. It's got... I don't even know how to explain this card. It's got a snake. It's got a little fox guy flying around on this wheel with his butt cheeks out. It's got a Sphinx with a sword. It's a wild time, this card. But the Wheel of Fortune is taking a chance. It's spinning the wheel, seeing where it goes. It's an end of a small cycle, so you're starting anew again, which makes sense. Fool has just been, so now we're starting a new cycle, we're moving on. Seeing where we go next, taking a chance on it all. And it seems so that will probably lead to a bit more internal reflection with the hermit. So we all know what a hermit is. These are people who live on the outskirts of towns and such. People who live far away from regular society. And that's really what the hermit's about. It's a drawn-in man. So he's a man in a cloak, older, so he's got wisdom. He has wisdom, he's had time, he's learnt all this. He has his staff, which was a wand, but has now grown. So it is now a full staff rather than just a regular wand. And he holds in his hand a lantern to guide him. But even through that, he is withdrawn inwards. He trusts his own self. So he goes by his path. And he knows that the light, though it does guide him through darkness, can also lead him down the wrong path. So he looks inwards to see what's the right thing, what's the wrong thing. Which is pretty good. And then we go into Six of Cups, which is about nostalgia. That probably will mean returning to some old things. I'll probably take a look inside myself and go, shit, I need to go back. And go back to a time when everything felt a bit nicer. Do stuff the way I used to. So what you'll probably find, you might find, you guys as external viewers of me, rather than being me, is that I start off living life great, and then around here, I decide to do something a little bit different, and that really kind of starts to fuck up my life a little bit around this point, July, August. I'm now going a bit stir crazy, and I'm probably a bit stressed, and I'll probably want to take a break. And then I might step away, I might continue, and I might do something slightly different. Who knows? It's going to be a leap of faith. Just going to have to see what happens. But you'll probably find that I change a lot, and then suddenly go back to who I am now. That might be what happens. And the Nine of Wands, which is another card we saw earlier when I was showing you photos of the Rider-Waite deck, is 8 cards stood behind. You gotta go, had fun with the stream again. That's very good to hear. Good luck with the rest. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for dropping by, Squish. Lovely to see you. Yes, we have 8 wands in the background, and a man injured holding the 9th wand. He's got a wrap around his head. So, clearly been through a bit of a struggle with it, but has come out with his singular idea to move forward with. Taking a moment, taking a break, taking time to rest. So that's what my year's gonna be like. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be so fun. What a fun year. I'm terrified. There you go, there's a tarot year spread. I hope that was entertaining to you people. But now I've got information about how my year's gonna go, which means that I can start to figure out what I might need to do in order to make sure this year goes as good as possible. Because the thing is life is fluid. So this, if I fully just follow basically my baseline instincts, the likelihood is this will happen. If I dislike an aspect of it, so I'm a little nervous about the tower, though I feel it probably will be necessary, I might try to do something to try change it. So this 7 of Wands time, where I'm going to have these ideas that I've got to try to figure out which one I want to follow, which one I want to hold, and which one I want to use as my main weapon to fight off all the other ideas. See, you said about extended eye before, but what is an extended eye? I don't know what an extended eye is. Or maybe you did answer and I just managed to miss it. That sounds more probable. Yes. But at the very least, it seems I'm going to have a lot of ideas next year. It's going to be. I'm not even going to remember what my yearly tarot's. No, that's why I'm going to save this as an image, so then I can come back to it at the end of the year and go, you dick. Actually, I might have a photo of my previous years. Let's take a little look. I think I had a photo. You know how an eye is a ball? Take it out, roll it like dough into a tube, and boom, extended eye. I like your thinking. I like your thinking. Maybe I didn't do a wheel of the year last year. What is that? Oh. And really not do a wheel of the year last year? Damn. Oh, photos of my cat looking cute. You will not get to see them. Haha, fuck you. There's a Warhammer that I painted. Nope, I guess I did not do a year spread last year. Oh well. I thought I was pretty good at doing that, but turns out not. Alright, we're going to move away from divination and now work on some actual witchcraft. We're going to make a sigil. Ah! Gonna make a little sigil. I like making sigils. Okay. A sigil. Sorry, full of snot. A sigil is basically an image that has a meaning that you activate. This is a very basic explanation. So, I'm probably going to draw some sigils, and you will probably recognize them. You might not know what they mean. You might have different interpretations of what they mean. But these are sigils. Oh my god, can I think of any other ones? Oh my god, I know there's other images. There has to be other images. Oh my god. Anyway. I've got two from two the opposite sides of each other. So, cross. Classic Christian cross. Gotta go, it's late and I have stuff to deal with in the morning. That's absolutely fine. It's an interesting first stream. Have fun and good night. Thank you so much for joining us. I don't usually do this. I do usually game. I am usually gaming. But thank you so much for stopping by. I very much appreciate it. I realize you guys don't even get to hear the little announcement, so I've just been hearing the fun little clown music tell me to hydrate and such. Thank you, Lottie, for the hydrate. Nom, nom, nom. So this is, of course, the cross. Quite well-known imagery in Christianity. You came from the 100 Days Minecraft video? Oh my god! We'll be playing Minecraft on Friday in that world, because I may have realized I was at, like, 0.97 days. I checked after I posted the video and I went, oh my god, there is in the game a statistic for the 100 days. And I checked it and I went, I didn't hit a day. I didn't hit a day. And I was like, cool. Okay. So we'll be making up for that time on Friday. But I'm glad you came from the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Yes. Here we have a cross. Classic sign of Christianity. I think most of us are familiar with it. It's a sign of protection. It's a sign of relation to the god. You filthy clickbaiter! I'm alright. I failed you all. I'll quit. I'll quit. I'll quit YouTube. I'll quit Twitch. I'll stop it all. I'm a liar. I'm terrible. I suck. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for being here today. Nah, I want to draw a sigil. Christian cross. Sign of protection. People wear it to feel protected against evil of the world. That's a sigil. Might not like to believe it, but that is a sigil. It is an image with power. Pentacle. Another sign of protection. This is used more in pagan places. Each of the 4 points are elements. Water, fire, air, earth. And then the 5th is spirit. Bathroom break, you be right back. You be right back. You go piss, girl. Oh, go piss, girl. Girl being a non-gendered term. Yes, sigils, you'll see them. Whether you mean to or not. The sigil I wear the most is... Get it a bit bigger. Getting a nice red, because I think she'll like that. Wow, I can draw this. Oh my god, I can't draw this. Stop it. This is the sigil you will... if you're smart, girl being non-gendered, hell yeah. Hell yeah! Anytime okay, let it be known. Anytime I use a phrase going, guys, oh my god, girls, hello, sluts, this is all genderless terms. I understand they do have a gender to them, and people will still inherently see a gender with the words that I use, because we like to give words genders. Don't know why, but it's in reference to all of you. You are all the gender of sluts. How it works here, okay? We're all sluts here. But this is the sigil I most commonly use. In fact, if I hide those balloons and I move my little PNG tuber, you can actually see it behind me. Yeah, this little bottom corner, just below my hand, you can see it. Now I do hide it a little bit, just so it doesn't freak people out as much. But that is a sigil for Lilith. I fucking love working with Lilith. I've been working with Lilith for a little bit. For a year or so now, I think. I have a big altar dedicated to her. Lilith, in mythology, was the first wife of Adam, and was built from the clay, like he was. The clay in the Garden of Eden. She was built from the clay, rather than from his rib. So she was fully equal to Adam, and she wanted to be seen as equal to Adam. But when Adam asked her to lie below him, she revolted. And so some argue that she was forced out, some argue that she left of her own free will, but it said she grew great wings and flew out of the Garden of Eden and was damned never have children or to have to kill her children throughout the ages. So, she is considered the mother of demons. She is a badass. She will catch me out on my shit, and I love her for it. I like to chat shit with her. She gets it. And she hates men. Especially disgusting men, we'll say. It'd be a bit funny if she hated all men and there's me working with her like, hi baby girl, can I work with you? And she's like, yes baby boy, you can work with me. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you, Lefty. Ambrose's tortellini pizza is making me want to pull a Food Wars fangasm. Please no. Oh my god, I had a friend who once said, oh, I want to watch an anime with my family. What do you think Food Wars would be like? And I'm like, it's porn with food. Don't watch it with your fucking mother. With your mother, who I know was once Christian. She was like, okay, maybe I'll find a different one. I went, yeah, find a different one. Hi, Lefty. Lovely to see you, my darling. How are you doing? I hope you're well. We're about to create a sigil. I love a bit of sigil making. And you know what's really fun? There's 2 ways to go about it. 2 of my favourite ways to go about it. Look back through my Book of Shadows. I have too many pages in this Book of Shadows, but that's the point. More interested in the food than sex. I know, I just want to see the cool things they're making. And then they orgasm, and I'm like... Don't do that. Don't orgasm on my Bakewell tart. This tortellini pizza is AAA. But for real, if you ever make a homemade pizza, put tortellinis on top. Best combo ever. I shall have to remember that. Alright. So, sigils. 2 main ways of making them. At least this is what I've learned. 2 main ways of making them. So, method 1. Method 1. We take an affirmation. Now, an affirmation is a certainty. Okay? We don't do I wish. We don't do I would like. We don't do could I. Okay? No, none of this wishy-washy. Oh, but, oh, if it's not inconvenient. Do you know what we deal with? We deal in certainties. So we do I am. I can. I have. I think that's it. I can, I have, I am. I create. I make. Just anything that is a certainty and the present day. That's all it is. So you can have I am very sexy. That's an affirmation. I am very sexy. I am very sexy. Not I will be very sexy. Not I could be very sexy. Not I would like to be very sexy. No, I am very sexy. Okay, certainty. You're wishy-washy, you're gonna get wishy-washy shit back. You get certainty. If you do certainty, you're gonna get certain shit. I can find the clit. Certainty. I have a fat ass. Certainty. No possibles, certainties. Okay? These aren't the affirmations we're going to use, obviously. That would be fun. So, most obvious one most people do, and what we'll use as an example, I am protected. Okay, so this is method 1. Method 1, we start out with removing the vowels. I hope we all know our vowels. If you don't, A, E, I, O, U. So, we come up, we go here, we'll pick a different colour so it's obvious. I is a vowel. A is a vowel. O is a vowel. E is a vowel. E is another vowel. And now we have her, Then, we move on, and we remove any repeated letters. M's, any other M's? No. P, any other P's? No. R, any other R's? No. T, any other T's? Yes. Fuck that one. We don't like that one. Any other C's? No. T, we've already gotten rid of it. D, any other D's? No. Now we have Beautiful, isn't it? Okay. This then becomes the fun part. This is where it sort of diverges down 2 paths. So. No, I want you all smaller. Stop it. And you can draw a sigil alongside me, please. I would love to see you guys as sigils. You can do it for whatever, just so long as it's certainty. We do certainties. I gain 100 followers. Easily. I attract money in abundance. The more specific you are, the better your sigil will be, because it'll be specific. Sorry, microphone arm, I did not mean to hit you. But we're just doing I am protected as the example one here. So, unprotected. Then, you just combine the letters. And there's a multitude of ways we can do it. So we can do, nope, do a bit smaller than that. And then there's the P, M, P. And then you know what, I can even add the R on the end there. Now we've got the M, the P, the R. We could do a small T like this. Where it flicks up here. And you got the T crossed here. Check. C. C. That can be my C and my D if I want. And then, what I usually do, we'll get a better pen. This one's quite wriggly. Is, we just go around, go, nope. That's too thin. Get very specific on my pen line. Ta-da! That is one sigil. And if you want, you can dress it up. You can add lines. You can add a dot. Voila! A sigil! And you could instead do... Turn it on its side. We'll do an M. E. R. T. C. E. There's another sigil. Same thing, same letters, all combined together to make a little guy. Oh, stop it. Okay, the second version requires a little bit more prep. So, you do the same thing. You do all this again. Get your affirmation. You cut out the words. Homelander versus Superman happened and it didn't go. What? Where? Oh, that could have been such an epic fight. That's 2 superhumans. Come on. Oh. Ugh. How terribly did they get... Don't get me wrong, Homelander did jack shit to Superman. Okay. Yes, I think that's all sort of how we somewhat expected it to go. You know, man-made superhuman versus actual alien guy. But they cut the fight early before Superman could do anything to help. What the fuck? No, we want to see Superman fuck up Homelander. Duh. That's why it's versus, and not just Homelander tries to beat up Superman, game over. It's not clocking to you I'm standing on business? Jesus. He got one uppercut and an I-beam clash and that's it. Ugh. 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 Okay. That disappoints me. I'm saddened by this news. Okay. So, the second sigil method. Method 2. We also had 3 more characters fight other DC characters. Oh, sometimes a crossover can be great, but sometimes just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Annabelle the doll fought the Joker. Oh, okay. Okay. Right, of course. Yeah, obviously. Obviously. I can see that one was just funny. What the fuck? The Joker and Annabelle the doll? I mean, it feels like a correct fight. It feels like something you would see in Arkham. But still, it's like, really? 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 Oh. Okay. Anyway. Joker screaming at the doll. I know what you are. I saw you move. Move, goddammit. I like to think it's Mark Ruffalo's. Not Mark Ruffalo's. Mark Hamill's Joker. Annabelle not moving. Annabelle's just sat there like, I'm not doing that for you, bitch. Suffer, bitch. Okay, method 2. Method 2 requires a number grid. So pick a number. Number. I would say don't go higher than 10. Because then it's just gonna get very... Nope, that's the wrong. That one! I haven't been in maths in a hot second. My less than and greater than. I'm not that good. Pick a number, 1 to 10. We'll go for 6 for this example. So we have... Go for this color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shim, 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 shim. 6 grids. And then we go across. And what you'll do is you'll put in the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F. Please ignore how I'm doing uppercase and lowercase. F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Voila. So now, each letter responds to a number. And what you do is you'll go through your little shortened word, so and you'll match numbers to letters. Simple as. So we get another color. So M is here, so that's 1. P, that's here, so that's 4. R is here, so that's 6. T, which is here, so that's 2. And C, which is here, so that's 3. And then D, which is here, which is another 4. So now we've got a little number sequence. Keep meaning to do these on separate layers, and I'm not, because I'm an idiot. And then we get to draw a clock. Clock! With an L, you whores. Circle. You could do this in a square, or whatever shape you want. I like to do a circle. Circles are a very strong protective shape. People always talk about putting a circle of salt around yourself if you need to protect yourself. Like you saw earlier, the pentacle is inside of a circle. It's a very good protective shape. And what you'll do is you'll put the numbers around the edge of the circle. You can put them in whatever order you want. So you can go classic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Making sure it's the same as that number up there. You can go 5, 1, 6, 2, 4, 3. Doesn't really matter. We'll do that one for the example. And then what we do is we look at the sequence and we'll just go in order. So we'll put a dot at 1, because that's where we start, and then we go 1 to 4, 4 to 6, 6 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 back to 4. And then some people also put a line at the end of where the sigil stops. But now, that is another sigil. And what you can do is you just take that, we'll pop that over to the side a bit more. And you can keep it in the circle, you can take it out of the circle, but you'll basically just do. Nope. Wow, I just drew a star. 1 to there. Oh, nope. B, 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 B. Ta-da! Sigil. Now I might want to put a stopper there, put a stopper there. Once again, you can add whatever details you feel are right. I'm often a fan of putting lines through. That shows that kind of strong stop. There you go, we got another form of protection. And that's another sigil. There you go, those are 2 methods of making sigils. And I thought we would just make one today. So, what shall we affirm, bitches? I need some affirmations. But if no one can think of any, I am happy to make them up. Also, please do let me know if this sort of stream is very boring. I understand it's a lot of just chatting, and it's about a subject that I'm passionate about, but that doesn't mean that you guys are interested in it. So if you're not having fun, if you want me to... I mean, don't get me wrong, these aren't going to be common occurrences, these are literally just because it's been my affiliate and birthday anniversary. We'll be back to my stupid gaming soon. Obviously. Back to doing just the most random stuff. Oh, what's a good affirmation to have? I just like being with Ambrose. Aww. That's really sweet. No, don't say that. That's really sweet. Oh my god. Oh, thank you. Don't. I got so sappy after my last stream. My poor friends, Lefty, Lottie, T, they had to deal with some really emotional messages from me because I was just bawling my eyes out because I was like, there's so much love and it's really sweet. And I was crying. I was in tears. Oh my god. Lex Luthor got his ass handed to him by a bear with a knife. Okay, but like grizzly bear or like big hairy man? Because if there's a big hairy man out there with a knife. I'm just saying, you know, maybe. I think I could get behind that. I think I could. Take him. The big bear with a knife wants to handle my ass. Ass my hands. Yeah. So, affirmation. Oh my god, my brain's blank. Certainties. Deal with certainties. What's a certainty? It's gonna be a little egotistical, yeah, but you know what? It's gonna be ours. You can have long sigils, but it just might take you a while. Everyone who watches Ambrose the Jinx has life filled. That's too many. Filled with abundance. Shh, making a sigil for you guys, but also for me. That means that people want to come watch me because then they get a life filled with abundance, but then you guys get an abundant life. And we like an abundant life. It's full of good shit. Okay. So. Same shit. We go through, we remove all the vowels. That's a vowel. That's a vowel. That's a vowel. That is. Yep. Yep. Another one. Yes. Yep. Yes. Uh-huh. Yep. 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 Another one. Another one. Another. Nether. Okay. BRYNWHWTCHS. Christ. MBRSTHJNXLF. Oh, fuck me. FLLDWTHBNDNC. So that's quite a lot of letters. Which means that this will take a hot second. Okay, V. Everyone who watches Ambrose the Jinx has a life filled with abundance. That should be the only one. Everyone who watches Ambrose, yep, there will be other R's. Filled with abundance. Y. Really? Only one Y? Damn. N is Ambrose the Jinx. There's a life filled with abundance. W. Yes, there's going to be some W's. Watches Ambrose the Jinx. There's a life filled with abundance. T's. Yes, there's going to be a lot of T's. Ambrose the Jinx has a life filled with abundance. C. Jinx has a life filled with abundance. T. No. H. Somehow missed that H. H. It's a life filled with abundance. C, I already did right. Yes. S. Ambrose. Watches Ambrose the Jinx. I filled with abundance. That's fine. I think I missed out the word has in there, but H and S are already in there. B, Ambrose, the Jinx, abundance. Oh, there's another H there. J, not gonna be. X, probably not gonna be. L. L, L. L, L, F, one F. D, one D. And there's that other N. Okay. Oh. B, R, Y, N, W, H, T, C, S, M, B, J, X, L, F, D. You know? Okay. I would say this probably will work better with the number grid one. Just because I think it's going to be less complicated to try to put all these letters in. And I think we're going to do number 9. Maybe 7, because I had a lot of 7s appear in that reading. No, 9. 9 is a lot of abundant cards. It's a strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Line, 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 line. Ignore how they're not straight. Line, line, line. Well, that one was pretty good. Come here. A. All capitals. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Nice. And let's do a circle. Okay, got it. What did I do? Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, we've got our circle. Ooh, in order, out of order. In order, out of order. Do I have anything to flip? Oh, I don't have a coin here. It's quite impressive. I will flip this button. It has 2 designs in it. Upright, regular order, upside down, random. Regular order. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not wide enough. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, I'm really bad at spacing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here we go. Okay. And now I gotta figure out this letter combination. Oh my god. Guys. Guys. Okay. V. 4. R. Where's R? R. 9. 4, 9. Y. That's an excellent question. 7. N. 5. W. Where's W? W5. T. 2. T. 3. S. 2. M. 4. And for B, 2, J, 1, X, 6, L. Oh my god, there's so many letters. 3, F, 6, D, 4. Oh my god. What is this bullshit? Why did I pick such a long affirmation? Okay, so we're starting at 4. Okay, 4 to 9. Diagonal. 4 to 9 down to 7. Down to 5, and then it stays at 5 for a sec. Nope. And then to 2, back to 3. Back to 2. Down to 4. Back to 2. Oh my god, a lot of back to 2s. To 1. Ooh, no. To 1. Stop it. To 1. To 6. To 3. To 6. To 3. Back to 6 and back to 4. Oh my god! Oh my god, what is this fucking sigil? Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate it. Okay, I'm gonna try it in random order. I need to try this in random order because this is upsetting my soul. That's just too, that's too, Because some of the numbers are so close together. Okay, 4, 6, 2, 1, 3, 9, 8, 7, 5. Fuck it with 3 handies. Ah! Yeah! 3, move over a bit. 9, you gotta move down. I know you think you're better than everyone. But you're not. I know I said you were just a fantastic number, but still. Put your ego in check. Okay. So, we start in 4. We go to 9. We go to 7. We go to 5. Stops again at 5. We go to 2. We go to 3. I'm not actually going to draw the line that goes back to 2. Am I? Yeah, maybe I will. 3 back to 2. Back to 4. Back to 2. Oh, Christ. 2. To 1. What the hell is that? 2 to 1. 2 to 1. 1 to 6. 6 to 3. 3 back to 6. We'll just keep there, and then 6 to 4. Hey! Just as fucking confusing. Oh, of course I drew on top of the fucking circle. Guys, I swear I'm smarter than this. I think I'm just getting tired. We'll finish after the sigil. If I can even fucking draw this again, good Christ. Oh no, don't do that! Okay. Go up, down. Go up, down, down. Up, down, down. Go up. Down, down, down. Down, do, do. Go down, up, down. Down, up, down. Come on. Down, up, down. Nope. Down, up, down. Nope. Down, up, down. Nope. Down, up, down. Yes. Back up 6, and then connect through to 4. I wanted a line there. Why is my 2 there, but what? What? God, I wish it was as simple as drawing gang signs. You know what? I wish it was as simple as drawing gang signs. Unfortunately, we're drawing sigils. It means there's actual reasoning behind all the lines. Don't draw that dot, fuck you. Okay. Swoop, swoop. Swoop, swoop. Up to 4. Oh, no. A dot there. Swoop down, up and up. I see how I fucked up now. Swoop back, swoopy back. Swoop down, up, down. And connect. No, there's meant to be a line there. I somehow missed. Oh well, fuck it. And that there. Line, line. Big a dot there, so it's obvious. Big dot there as well. Voila! Justin sigil. Grab that, move that down. Ta-da! There's your sigil. Oh my god. Ta-da! 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 Sigil. Sigils can be activated, because that's the next thing you gotta do, is usually by fire. So you draw on a piece of paper and you burn it. You can shake it violently, you could tear it up. Draw on a piece of paper and tear it up. You can just think about the sigil, you can draw it into the window steam on a shower, window steam on the car. You can trace it onto your palm. You can put it on a sigil and put it in your phone case. It don't matter. It's always better to make your own sigils and use them for your own purposes. All I've done is just shown you how I do it. But that's gonna be all for today. I truly thought we wouldn't take that long, and so I could go on to do, maybe a game or something, but clearly this took much longer than I thought. Who trying to give me friend request? Who trying to be my friend? Huh. Someone who I have no mutual connections with. Very interesting. Yes, that's going to be it for today. Because, my lord, doing a lot of magical shit can make you tired. I am tired. But this won't be common, so don't worry too much if this isn't your vibe. We will be going back to gaming. I just thought I'd do a one-off. Just for a bit of fun. Because I wanted to. But thank you for sitting through it. And being part of it. I appreciate that. Now we'll just gotta figure out who we're gonna write into. At least I would if I knew where my Twitch has gone. There it is. Okay. Raids. Let's figure out who we're raiding. Figure out who we're raiding. I need to pop that out. Gotta move everything around. Good lord. Ah! Help! 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 Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god, that was madness. You'd think I'd never touched a keyboard before. Ugh. Okay, let's take a little look at my following list. Kimani Clowny is going. Kirk's is streaming. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna raid into Kirk. Cat Warrior. Playing a bit of Skyrim. Yes, thank you so much for being here today, everyone. I appreciate it very greatly. This has been, I imagine, a very weird stream for everyone. It's been a very weird stream for me. But thank you so much for being here. I shall see you on Friday, where we will be catching up with the little bit of time I forgot to do in my 100 days Minecraft world. I promise I am a better gamer than that, and I will remember next time not to lose time. But yes, thank you so much. Have a fantastic evening. Stay stupid, stay silly, stay sexy, stay safe. And I shall see you around, my darlings. Goodbye!